covers. He used to stand in slips, used to bowl medium pace, used to bat on a seaming tracks against best of the fast bowlers. जितना मैं उसके बारे में बोलूँ उतना कम ही लगता है मेरे को, because I get a bit emotional on Dhruv Sharma, because I've seen him very closely. I've spent a good amount of time with him during the KPL when the Rockstar team I was part of it. But may his soul rest in peace once again.
Well, he's plucked it towards extra cover and it'll be intercepted, and they will still get a single. And you were talking about Dhruv, and the fashion in which the captain Sudeep and Pradeep have shown their emotion by showcasing Dhruv's photograph on their jerseys is commendable. The solidarity can be felt. The tribute is actually very, very palpable. And he was a great player, like you said, Sunil, and we'll definitely miss him. And perhaps that will serve as a motivation for the Karnataka Bulldozer today, to come up with a convincing win. They are at a very good position, a formidable total. Well, that one beat him. A bit of a fatigue setting in, perhaps, for Pradeep. Well, he has been batting since the start of the innings, but it's only been a little over 6 overs. Sunil, let's talk about totals. What's your projection? The way they are going, I would at least expect them to cross 130.
I think they should cross 130, Vineet, because the way they got a start, and still they have their 10 wickets intact. And one thing which I would love to see Sudeep and Pradeep, or maybe Rajiv coming in next, or Rahul coming in next, is trying to hit straight. You cannot get horizontal shots because the wicket has a tinge of a grass. The ball will skid. The better you hit straight through the line, it's much more easier. I won't say easier, but it's better.
Well, apart from the delays and some of the decisions that perhaps delayed proceedings, the one thing that is a sight for sore eyes is the spunk with which these two are actually playing in the middle of the field. There is a very thin line between being cocky and snobbish, like they say in Hindi. Ghamand Vivek ko kha jata hai. These two are batting with the confidence, that actually is inspiring. Not only perhaps for the batsmen who are to follow, but for the opposition as well.
7 overs, 47 for no loss. And sixes.
Well, that's a wide, and anticipation in the dugouts. They want them to reach a formidable total because the bowlers will have to do the work once the opposition comes on to bat. And you can see a lot of anticipation, a lot of tremors, a lot of celebrities scratching their heads, fiddling with their fingers. Those are just telltale signs that things just might go downhill for Karnataka. There's a plunged shot, but it is intercepted by the non-striker, and there is a fumble, and he is back into his territory safe.
I think Pradeep hit his non-striker, Kiran, badly on the hand. Probably would have saved 2 runs easily. Eventually, he missed getting run out.
Well, there was not even a hint from the batsman that he wanted a single. But I think Pradeep was in a rush to get to the other side and get cracking. But nevertheless, he's been saved. And we are yet to see a wicket fall in the first innings. And people are also waiting for some action, some big wickets, or perhaps some big sixers that will run off across the boundary. And Pradeep, well, that's a fumble. Well, these are the kind of fumbles that one has to avoid. Unnecessary, Sunil.
See, at this stage, we need all those fumbles can be avoided, but cannot be missed.
Well said, Sunil. They can be avoided but not missed. Well, they've reached their 50. About 16 odd balls to go, and there's another dot ball. And there goes the wicket. Well, that was not a very clever move, but nevertheless, a breakthrough for the Kerala strikers.
That's a valid, you got to get to that stage, Vineet, because they are not able to get the big strokes.
Okay, the first breakthrough, and the Kerala strikers have their first wicket in the form of Sudeep, who had many opportunities to convert some very easy shots into boundaries and more runs, but it was not their day today. They started off on a good note, wicketless for the most part of the first innings, but runs did not come by. Rajiv is the new batsman on the crease, and let's see what he has up his sleeve.
Rajiv is a powerful striker of the ball, Vineet. After captain getting run out, and we see new man in the form of Rajiv. See, can he get some boundaries? And look at that bat size. Look at that bat size. I've seen very closely. His bat is the one which will go, if he makes it an impact, it will go over the line for sure. That's the example. That's the example of the first one.
Well, not a very efficient effort towards stopping that boundary, but nevertheless a welcome boundary for the Karnataka Bulldozers, who've been reeling under some sort of a pressure and were unable to convert those good positions into runs. But there's a welcome boundary, and the Kerala strikers will be hoping that none of those are to be seen in the remainder of the balls, and they aren't too many, let me tell you that.
If Rajiv can play the remaining 2 overs, I'm sure Karnataka Bulldozers will cross the 100 mark, I'm sure.
Well, that's a big one. Let's see how far it goes, and it's crossed the boundary line. It's the first sixer of this innings, and a welcome sixer at that. Rajiv, like you said, Sunil, is a big striker of the ball.